It is race day once again, fellas. And today, we got a unique assortment of cars. Some Halloweens, some from last year, some from this year, and of course, we also have a Purple Bee Muscle. That's pretty cool. And these all are going to be racing on my Go Big Hill Climb. This is my second one of the series, so please make sure to like and subscribe to show support for it, because I certainly enjoy making these. So first race up, we have some Halloween cars. Ooh, spooky. We have Hollowback and Diesel Duty going up for the first race. Let's see which one of these spooky cars will win. Pick your favorite car. On your marks, get set, go. And they're off. Oh my goodness, they gained some air off the first hill, but it seems as though Diesel Duty is the first car that makes it. Wow, that was really fast. They both seem to catch air on the first hill. But in the end, Diesel Duty wins. And unfortunately, the Accelerator loses. I'll be lining up the losing cars along the side of the track. Either way, Diesel Duty moves on. Next up, we got Hologram, which is a pretty neat spin on words. It's a cool looking rig there. Versus Collator. I haven't seen this guy in a while. Let's see which one of these two cars will win the next race. Pick your car. On your marks, get set, go. And they're off. Oh my goodness, Collator is in the lead. Oh my goodness. Both of them make him down to the end. Collator wins. Hologram barely makes it down to the end, but in the end, Collator wins. We'll be moving on to the next race. Two Halloween cars will be moving on to the next round, fitting for the season. Next up, we have a Ford Escort RS2000 versus the Braille Racer Twin Mill. I actually already thought that I had this green version, but supposedly I don't. I always thought I did, but I only have the red version. Now I have the green version, along with this Ford Escort. Let's see which one of these two green cars will win the next race. Pick your favorite car. On your marks, get set, go. And they're off. The Escort is in the lead. Oh my goodness, and the Escort makes it the furthest. I forgot to re-emphasize the rule, is that the car that makes it the furthest moves on if none of them make it to the end. So the Ford Escort is the car that will be moving on to the next race, even though it didn't make it down to the end. The Braille Twin Mill loses. It actually barely made it over the first hill. I don't think it would have made it over the second hill anyways. Oh well. Next up, we got Dune Cruiser, which should tackle these hills with no problems at all, because it's made for these things. And then, Cloud Cutter, which is a jet car. Let's see which one of these two interesting vehicles will win. The marks gets it. Go! And they're off! Oh my goodness, Dune Cruiser makes it all the way to the end, and Cloud Cutter doesn't make it over the second hill. I guess speed isn't everything. You need some suspension to get over those hills. Next up, we got the custom Kia EV6 with some nice Japanese stuff on there. And then the Datsun 240Z for the art cars, which has a Sakura tree on it. Very pretty. Oh, the letter T. Let's see which one of these two nice Japanese painted cars will win the next race. Choose your favorite car. On your marks, get set, go. And they're off. The EV6 is in the lead. Oh my goodness. I thought the light blue car was gonna make a comeback, but in the end it actually flew off the track. You can't go too fast over these hills or else you'll fall right off. But in the end, the EV6 moves on to the next race. Yeah. The next race is Snoopy, everyone's favorite little beagle on his little red doghouse, versus a 71 Dodge Challenger. Two very wildly different cars. Let's see which one of these two vehicles will win. On your marks, get set, go! And they're off! Snoopy doesn't make it, and neither does the Dodge Challenger. Wow, I thought for sure one of them would make it over the first hill, but it seems as though no. But in the end, correct me if I'm wrong, the Dodge Challenger made it the furthest. So that means the Dodge Challenger will be moving on to the next round. Sorry, Snoopy. You can get parked right next to the Shakara car. But either way, the Dodge Challenger will be moving on. And then in the next race, we have a Dodge Dart, specifically from 1968. And then it's going up against a 92 Ford Mustang. Two grounded in real life cars in this race. Let's see which one of these two vehicles will win. Choose the car you want to win, the Dart or the Mustang. On your marks, get set, go. And they're off. The Mustang is in the lead. Oh my goodness, but the Dodge Dart makes a comeback and beats it over the blue line. And the Dodge Dart is a car that will be moving on to the next round. I thought the Mustang would have it, but no, sir. But hey, at least the Mustang won't be flying into any crowds anytime soon. That's a relief. But anyways, the next race we have a purple 57th edition D-Muscle against the Custom 53 Cadillac from Rod Squad. I've been looking for this guy. You could probably expect to see him in a Hot Wheels Rod Squad short, potentially within the next month or so. I don't know. It depends when I get the last car in the series. But either way, these two cars are ready for action to go to the next round. Something that I noticed about the Cadillac is that it also has an itty-bitty little car in there. That's very nice. Let's see which one of these two cars will win. When marks get set, go! And you're off. D-Muscle with the lead. Oh my goodness, the Cadillac doesn't even make it to the end. Well, D-Muscle just flies into the finish with so much force that it falls right off the track. But either way, D-Muscle, the purple version, will be moving on to the next round. And now we have our cars for the second round. Let's hop straight into it. First we got Diesel Duty versus Collator, the two Halloween racers. Let's see who takes the next race. On your marks, get set, go! On your marks. Oh my goodness! Diesel Duty is in the lead, but oh my goodness! I have no idea what to go by there. We have to go to the instant replay to see which car crossed the blue track first. That was such a close race. Collator fell off the track right before the finish, allowing Diesel Duty to catch up. But was it enough? In the lead, but no, my... And going to the instant replay, it has shown that at the very last second, Diesel Duty wins. Collator, you have been eliminated. And Diesel Duty will be going on to the next round. Great job, you truck. Anyways, next up we got the Ford Escort versus the Dune Crusher. Let's see which one of these two vehicles will win the very next race. An interesting lineup. Let's see who takes it. On your marks, get set, go. And they're off. Oh my goodness, the Dune Crusher is the one that makes it to the end. It crosses the finish line before the Ford Escort. It doesn't make it all the way down because it fell off the track, but even then, it still wins out against the Ford Escort. You have been eliminated. Next up, we got the custom Kia EV6 going up against the Dodge Challenger. Let's see which one of these two cars will win. Your marks, get set, go. And they're off. The EV6 is in the lead. Oh my goodness, and the Dodge Challenger doesn't even make it over the second hill. Whereas the EV6 makes it all the way down to the end and decides to hide itself in the pillow. No need to hide yourself. Moving on to the next round. And it is now that I just realized that we're going to have an all-purple race going into the finals. And in the semifinals as well. All purple cars here. We have the Dodge Dart going up against the D-Muscle. Let's see which of these two purple cars will go up against the purple custom Kia. Pick your purple car. On your marks, get set, go. And they're off. They both make it over. Oh, it's a drag race down to the finish, but in the end, it's D-Muscle that wins. That was a close race, but D-Muscle wins, and the Dodge Dart has been eliminated. But it was a good race nonetheless. And now we have our 4 cars for the semifinals. We have Diesel Duty, Dune Crusher, Custom Kia EV6, and D-Muscle. Let's see which one of these 4 cars will be put down to 2 for the finals. To add some extra spice in these later rounds, I added a jump onto the end. Extra spice, so always the winner of the races can crash out in style. But either way, we have Diesel Duty versus the Dune Crusher. On your marks, get set, go! And they're off. Diesel Duty's in the lead. Dune Crusher, although, makes a comeback. Wow, that was such a crazy race. None of them jumped off the finish. However, I thought for sure that Diesel Duty had it, but it ended up catching her on the second hill and crashed. And now we have the 2 purple cars we've all been waiting for. The Custom Kia EV6 versus the D-Muscle. 2 purple cars. Only one can get to the finals. On your marks, get set, go! And they're off. Pretty evenly matched. They're over the first 2 hills, and it's a drag race down to the finish. I can't actually tell which one there is. Man, that's like one of the reasons why it would be really good to have a finish line camera here, but unfortunately I don't. So I don't actually know who run that race. Let's check the instant replay, and if it is too close to call, even for the camera, we'll have to do a redo. They're over the first 2 hills, and it's a 2 hills. And that, kids, is why you have a finish line camera, always. Because that is way too close to call, and we're going to have to do a redo race. I'm sorry, fellas, but we have to just do it again. But either way, when your marks, get set, go! And you're off. EV6 is out in the lead. Oh my goodness, and D-Muscle spins out just when I thought it was going to take it in for the win. But the EV6 is the only one that crosses the finish line this time. EV6 moves on to the finals. But now, folks, we have our 2 finalists. The Custom Kia EV6 versus the Dune Crusher. 2 very cool races. But first up, what's that? Oh, look at that. There's a monster truck that wants to give this track a try. Snakebite. A classic real-life monster truck turned into Hot Wheels form. Let's see how this guy performs. Let's see how it performs. On your marks, get set, and goes. And it doesn't make it up the first hill. I mean, I tried this track out with a couple trucks before I started filming this sort of track, and even then, they still did not make it. So Snakebite isn't special, as in it can't make it, because it's not capable of. It's physically impossible. Monster trucks can't do this track. But it could be possible if I gave it some help. Let's whoosh it down the hill. On your marks, get set, and go. Oh, and it seems as though I pushed it a bit too hard. It just flew up in the air and crashed down upside down. Wow. Sorry, Snakebite, but I think I pushed you a bit too hard. One last try with our Snake Buddy. On your marks, get set, go. Oh, and it makes it over the first hill and just over the second hill and the third one, and it just makes a nice and graceful touchdown at the end of the track. And so a monster truck can make this track if you just give it a bit of help, but not too much help that it just flies into the air and lands upside down. But really quickly, before our final cars, let's drive Diesel Duty, D-Muscle down the track to see who takes third place. On your marks, get set, go. And they're off. Oh my goodness, D-Muscle crashes and Diesel Duty also crashes. However, Diesel Duty makes it the furthest. And D-Muscle will get 4th place, while Diesel Duty gets 3rd. Bronze. Well done, buddy. And now for our final 2. It's best 2 out of 3. First vehicle to 2 wins will win. The second, go Big Hill Climb. Let's see who takes it. On your marks, get set, go. And they're off. Oh, the EV6 is out in the lead, but oh my goodness. The EV6 wins. I thought that Dune Crusher was going to win there, but it fell off. I'm going to need to do a bit more some track testing before the final round, because it's been a solid few races that cars have just been flying over this hill with too much speed and come off track. A few track modifications later, and the cars have now switched to lanes. If the EV6 wins again, then it's all over. But if Dune Crusher wins, then it's sudden death time. On your marks, get set, go! And they're off. The EV6 is out in the lead, but Dune Crusher is in the lead going into the finish line. It was a super close race, but I think that you and I can tell that Dune Crusher is the winner of the second semifinal. I mean, no, not semifinals. It's the absolute finals race. It all comes down to this, fellas. Who will win the final race? The Custom Kia EV6 or the Dune Crusher? The marks, get set, and go! They're off. The Kia's in the lead. Dune Crusher comes in. Oh my goodness! That was such an eventful final hill. It seems as though the Dune Crusher tried to block the Kia from making the pass, and the Dune Crusher is the one that wins the final race. Just by hood. The EV6 put up a good fight, but in the end, the Duner wins on a track that it was made for. And that wraps it up for today, fellas. Gotta thank every car, or truck, or house for participating in this race, and for you guys watching this video. I have had a lot of fun filming this really awesome track that I built, and I look forward to do more of these. So, in the end, I hope you guys all enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching this video and subscribing to the channel, and I will see you guys all in the very next video.